We all know the classic story. A player signs for a new club and claims they've been a lifelong fan. But we also know that's often far from the truth. In fact, many footballers grew up supporting completely different teams. And in some cases, they even supported their current club's biggest rivals. Today, we're counting down 10 players who grew up rooting for their team's rivals. Let's dive in. Number 10, Luke Shaw. Starting with Manchester United's Luke Shaw, who grew up supporting Chelsea. Shaw idolized Ashley Cole, the iconic Chelsea left-back who also played for Arsenal. Shaw wasn't just a Chelsea fan. He even went through the club's development center at Guildford, dreaming of making it to the academy. Although he never made it to Chelsea's youth ranks, Shaw has admitted he'd still love to play for Chelsea one day. While he's a mainstay at United now, you can't help but wonder if there's a chance he'll return to his boyhood club before his career ends. Number 9, Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr., who rose to superstardom at Barcelona, actually grew up supporting their arch-rival, Real Madrid. Inspired by his idol, Robinho, Neymar's dream was to wear the white of Real Madrid. When he was 14, Neymar even went on a trial at Madrid, training with their youth team. However, his career took him to Santos, where he grew into Brazil's next big thing before making a historic move to Barcelona. His surprising switch to PSG in 2017 left many Barca fans heartbroken, especially since his boyhood ties to Madrid made them wonder if he might eventually end up with Los Blancos. Number 8, Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, who had 2 spells with Manchester United, actually grew up rooting for Arsenal, United's biggest rival of the early 2000s. Pogba was drawn to the French connection in Arsenal's squad, which included players like Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Sylvain Wiltord, and Robert Pires, all led by French manager Arsène Wenger. Pogba has admitted that he looked up to these players, saying, "I was an Arsenal fan, obviously because of all the French players." While he's been a Red Devil for most of his career, his Arsenal fandom left its mark, and you can see elements of that classic Arsenal midfield flair in his play. Number 7, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, one of Manchester City's key players, was actually a huge Liverpool fan growing up. His admiration for Liverpool legend Michael Owen was so strong that he had Liverpool bedsheets, wore Liverpool tracksuits, and even had a Liverpool Michael Owen jersey hanging in his room. Now, he's a mainstay at City, but his loyalty to City now is unquestionable, even if his younger self would have been shocked by where he ended up. Number 6, Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr., one of Real Madrid's brightest stars, was a Barcelona fan just a year before signing with Madrid. Back in 2017, he was deeply moved by Barca's famous La Remontada comeback against PSG, even shedding tears of joy. In fact, he was reportedly very close to signing with Barcelona, and everything seemed set for him to join the Catalan Giants. However, at the last moment, his agent struck a better deal with Real Madrid, and he ended up with Barca's biggest rivals. Today, he's embraced his role at Madrid, but it's wild to think that he almost joined the team he once cheered for. Number 5, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has worn the jerseys of Liverpool and Manchester City, 2 clubs locked in one of England's biggest modern rivalries. But growing up, Sterling was actually a die-hard Manchester United fan. He's admitted he was a massive fan, owning a United kit and even attending their 2007 FA Cup final. The irony is that he went on to thrive at United's noisy neighbors, Manchester City, where he became a key part of their success. Sterling's journey from United fan to City star is a unique twist, and you have to wonder how young Raheem would feel about his choice today. Number 4, Gareth Bale. Considered a Spurs legend, Gareth Bale's fandom wasn't always aligned with Tottenham Hotspur. As a youngster, he was actually an Arsenal fan. Bale admired Thierry Henry and Patrick Vieira, 2 iconic Arsenal players, and his football hero was Ryan Giggs, a Manchester United legend. Bale has since made a name for himself at Spurs, but it's hard to imagine how Spurs fans feel about his boyhood admiration for their North London rivals. Bale may be celebrated at Tottenham, but those Arsenal connections are still a surprising part of his journey. Number 3, Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay, who arrived at United with huge expectations, grew up supporting their Premier League rivals, Liverpool. His affinity for Liverpool was so strong that he even dreamed of joining the club someday. Instead, his career took him to Manchester United, where he wore the famous number 7 shirt, but struggled to live up to the hype. After 2 challenging years, he left for Lyon, where he revived his career. While he didn't find success at United, Depay's story could have been different if he'd gone to his childhood club instead. Number 2. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho's allegiances were mixed growing up. Born in London, he grew up a Chelsea fan and idolized Frank Lampard. At 15, Sancho joined Manchester City's academy, adding a second twist to his club loyalties. But in 2021, he ended up at City's biggest rival, Manchester United. Sancho may now be committed to United, but fans haven't forgotten his past allegiances. There's even an old tweet where Sancho once declared, "Football is blue," a reminder of his City ties before becoming a Red Devil. Number 1. Harry Kane. Harry Kane, known for his loyalty to Tottenham Hotspur, has a surprising connection to their North London rivals, just 8 years old. Kane has explained that he was never a true Arsenal fan. He joined their academy for a year to develop his skills. Still, the picture caused a stir among Spurs fans when it surfaced. Although he left Arsenal's academy early on, his dedication to Spurs since then has cemented his place in Tottenham's history. However, the photo remains a reminder of his early ties to Spurs' biggest rivals.